I noticed she looked real hard at me when she said, brief statement. I've been around Ponca country before, I guess. First thing I want to do is acknowledge that we're here as your guests, the Lakota people. And we appreciate very much being here in your territory and the fine fellowship and the way that we have gathered together to form this continued way of life to protect the sacred. And I say thank you to Faith for her hard work and all that she does for us, and we have clue. But they have continued to follow those ways. And my own nephew, Andy Ironshell, who put his life on the lines in a blockade some months back to hold those trucks to bay. Proud of you, son. We're proud of you. The Ponca Nation, who's just minutes away from us in the new country that we occupy right now, that Judy Ajiji Adia, Ponca Abdi, I'm Judy, I'm Ponca. My colonized name is Casey Camp. We come from the occupied territory of Oklahoma, home of the Red Man, it was originally called. 39 federally recognized tribes there. 3 are indigenous. The rest are there as a result of forced removal. In 1877, when our land was taken, we were forcibly removed down to Oklahoma. 1 in 3 of us died on that trip. 1 in 3 of us died when we got down there from mistreatment, from leaving all of our hunting, farming, and the way of life that we had. We were down to 500. As we make our way back into this life and multiply and try to live, we find ourselves victim now of another form of genocide. And it's environmental genocide. And it's caused by the extractive industry. They can take sole responsibility, along with the trust responsibility failed by the United States government, by Region 6 EPA, by the Bureau of Indian Affairs that was originally formed under the War Department and continues to act as if it's still under the War Department to kill us. I stand here today as a grandmother and a great-grandmother and a granddaughter and a great-granddaughter. When my great-grandmothers were forced to walk that road down to the southern country, they carried the rocks of the sacred lands on their backs so that we could continue to pray with our ancestors, the rocks, with our mother, the earth. I stand here before you now and I tell you that we are dying from Keystone as it came through our lands. That we're dying from ConocoPhillips poisoning the air, the earth, and the water. That we have ConocoPhillips and Continental Carbon Black and landfills and leachate ponds and pipelines that don't even allow us to be able to trust the natural springs any longer. In a community where 600 to 800 of us live locally, we're having a funeral a week. Our babies are being born with cancers. Our women are dying of cancers. We have autoimmune diseases that our people don't have the medicines to treat any longer. So when they tell us that this Keystone XL, and I can tell you all the scientific reasons this should not happen, the carbon is going to be tripled with the usage of this. The extraction process in this, it's ridiculous how much more energy it uses. The ground is going to raise 3 to 5 degrees above the pipeline, and we're in a drought down there. We're suffering from the 5-year droughts every 15 years, there's another 5-year drought. Everything has changed. The animals have changed. The climate change has created tornadoes, which in our world is purifiers, that are so big and so large that there is no escaping them anymore. And it's going to continue that way. So when they tell you consultation, I'll tell you that Keystone, when it came through in 2010, met with 2 Ponca individuals who did not notify the tribe or our business committee that this was going to happen, that they were going to come through. They merely made a little agreement to donate $15,000 in playground equipment and then put their pipeline through without us even knowing what was going on. So their consultation is trash. It has no valid worth within our tribe. And when my tribal business committee asked me to come up here, they wanted to convey to you that we say no. We say no. We say no, and we say no again. And we stand with you. Ponca Nation. We stand together.
At this time, again, brief comment.